Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, and Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. It is our Sit Down Christmas Special. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. I hope all of you have had a fantastic and wonderful holiday season. And I hope you had a very nice and joyous Christmas. And now here we are on Boxing Day, the 26th of December. It is a gray day in the city of Toronto. We did not have a white Christmas this year. What's weird is because we had snow on the ground on the 24th. And like a Christmas miracle, it all melted the 24th and was gray and rainy all day Christmas Day. Truly what usually happens in Toronto for Christmas. Very rare to get a Christmas, white Christmas in Toronto. But good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Scott Dion Brown. And I'm joined, as always, by, the greatest co-host in all of the galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only.
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's the beginning of Kwanzaa, so happy Kwanzaa. How are you, Scott?
I'm pretty good. I'm kind of tired, kind of groggy. I mean, I've been up late the last few days because, holiday things, Christmas, all that stuff. Yeah. But I'm feeling good, Regine. I'm feeling good. How was your Christmas?
To be continued. I come from a huge family, so I actually, right after this, I'm heading out to do a gift exchange safely for all those who are going to be like, oh, she's whatever, safely after this. How about you?
That sounds wonderful. It was pretty good. It was, again, because of this pandemic, it was a much more muted affair than I would have liked. But what's sad? I got just this morning, I got a notification on my phone. You get like your phone will send you memories like this day 2 years ago or whatever, right? Or a year ago. I got one from 2 years ago, and it was like my parents' living room, like big giant long table with all the chairs. Like I guess I'd taken a picture when we had set up everything for dinner, like the tablecloths and everything was all out. And I was like, oh, kind of want to do that.
No, I feel you. Like same thing. I go on Facebook and I look at the memories, and just to see what Christmas was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I'm like, man, like to look at, because my cousins, there's a lot of us on my dad's side. So to see our whole group photo and then realizing as the pandemic has happened, one, there are new babies who have come into the family that not everyone has met yet. But then we lost our grandma during the pandemic, so she won't be in the Christmas pictures anymore. So it's like, oh, this is very emotional.
Yeah. This pandemic has taken a lot of things,
Yeah,
It's
and sorry.
changed. Yeah.
I realized when I last saw like my stepdad's family, we all got together. When I saw them, I was 28. I'm 30 now. What happened?
The pandemic took away your 20s, Regine.
I know.
It's taken everything. Well,
Goodness.
guys, we're making the best of it. Apparently, Ontario hit 10,000 cases for the first time this week.
That's Okay, I saw something on Instagram. It was someone's Instagram story, and people are probably going to come at me, and that's okay, because I'm just asking. What the person asked was, how do we know that the rapid test or the COVID tests are not just reading cold and flu sinuses, because it is cold and flu season right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. What I have heard, however, is it's looking like, and it's preliminary still, so don't come at me either. But one thing that they have been noticing is that so even though the numbers are skyrocketing, because this new Omicron variant is like significantly more what's the word, contagious, so it's much easier to catch, right? It's why like suddenly very quickly, it's why the NHL shut down and a whole bunch of other things, and everything shut down, because basically if you're in a room with somebody who's got it, you almost like, I guess you got it too. But the thing that's been good is, so even though the case numbers have shot up, like I said, Ontario just hit 10,000 for the first time, which is ridiculous. But what's good is you look at it, it looks so far, and again, it's still early, but it looks like the instances of hospitalizations and really severe sickness don't seem to be increasing at the same time. So to what you just said, how it's how do we know the test isn't just testing cold and flu? I mean, I don't know. My hope is that my guess is it's more designed to look for something specific to COVID, but they are saying that most people now with Omicron, most of them who are getting it, their symptoms do seem to mimic like a bad head cold or more mild flu symptoms. So what it means is, even though it looks like it's not, again, we're not totally sure yet, but it's looking like even though it's more contagious, it seems to be less severe. So that could be a sign that things are a little bit better.
Getting better.
Yeah. So
anyways, enough of this COVID talk. Christmas was yesterday.
It was.
And what comes with Christmas is Christmas music.
Yes, Christmas music. And so we thought, I mean, we got to have somebody on here who's in the Christmas spirit, Regine.
Yes.
And our guest today has actually recently released, two lovely Christmas songs, and we're going to hear them later on in the show. But let's introduce our guest, people. Our guest today, please welcome very talented singer-songwriter, Vickie Ray. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning. Merry Christmas, Vickie.
Merry
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. How was your Christmas? How have your holiday season been?
It was good. I got to see most of my family, and it was really good.
That's awesome. Do you have like a big, is it a traditional big family where you all get together, do the gift exchange?
We usually all get together, but like since the pandemic, people just came over like at certain times.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Staggering it, keeping them. Yeah, because so people watching outside of Ontario, they limited the numbers to maximum 10 at a time. Yeah. So it just kind of, I know it took the air out of a lot of people's plans. I'm not sure what expression I'm trying to say. Took the air out of the tires of our Christmas plan vehicle.
Sure. We get it, Scott.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise it was pretty good Christmas. Sounds like it was fun. You guys get any cool gifts? Anybody get any cool gifts?
I got AirPods.
Nice.
That's
Those
a
are
good
game
gift.
changer, I promise.
Yeah.
They are game changer. What did I get? I got a blender, and I was so happy.
Nice. Which one is it? Was it which blender did you get?
I got a Magic Bullet, but it was like
Hey,
a
that's
full
good.
set. I've been wanting one because I'm like, I really want a smoothie, but how can I make a smoothie without a blender?
Well, the
There you
Magic
go.
Bullet. That's like, I mean, the cool thing about the Magic Bullet one, right, is like, you basically blend it right in the cup. You take it off,
Exactly.
and then you put the little colorful ring on so that you know that one's yours.
There
Exciting.
you
Oh,
go.
did you also get the? Oh, no,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
What were you saying? I was gonna
No,
say,
go
did
ahead.
you also get the full size thing where it's like, I know that they make another part that's like as big as a regular blender thing, so you can make multiple drinks in one.
I don't know, but it's a big box, so maybe I'll let you know.
That's the magic bullet. What did I get? Oh, I got a pair of Ray-Ban Aviators.
Are they the camera ones?
No,
Okay,
they're not.
just checking.
Yeah, that would have been interesting if someone given me those. No, I still find it. Yeah, we talked about. I don't know if you heard about the Ray-Ban stories, Vicky. I don't know if you're aware of those. They're like the Ray-Ban sunglasses that have a camera built into them.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah,
I saw a commercial for it recently.
yeah, I've seen a few ads on it now. I feel like ever since we talked about it on the show, it's like, oh,
everywhere.
they're interested in Ray-Ban stories because we searched for it. But I don't know. I guess I don't like the idea of walking around and everybody's got cameras in their glasses. There's something about it that creeps me out. Just creeps me out a little bit. But anyway, these Ray-Bans are not. They're just cool and they have polarized lenses. And
So that's your favorite gift? Should I be offended? No, I'm just kidding.
no, in fact, Harry. So I also got this.
Ooh, is that a mug?
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's a little Baby Yoda mug, holding a frog that he's
Aw.
about to eat, I guess.
That's a cute mug.
And then, I mean,
There's
this
a lot
is
of Baby Yoda stuff going around.
this was in the stocking. It's Ron Weasley Pez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good, right?
I'm trying to think of what I got. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I should also. So, Regine, you gave me a gift,
I did.
and you wanted me to open it on the air. Now I should say, I got you a gift as well, and I ordered it several days ago. I ordered it several days ago, and I ordered it on Amazon Prime. It was supposed to arrive the next day, and I was going to deliver it, and it didn't arrive. And then it didn't arrive the day after that, and then it didn't arrive the day after that. And now I check, and apparently they lost it. So now I think they got to refund me, and I got to order it again.
Prime it to my house.
That would have made more sense. But either way, they lost it.
It would have got lost, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, disclaimer. That is the first gift that I bought. And I know I got you and your girlfriend a gift, so
Yeah.
don't.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
I
you
like-
also gave me this. So I'm gonna try some of this. We'll do a live. I love food streams. So
That is for you
Regine-
and your girlfriend, okay? So don't eat the whole bag.
well, guess what? She's not gonna get any. It's too late.
Does she even like Caesar?
No, actually, she doesn't. She doesn't.
Okay, it's all yours.
So this is a. So the Caesar is a drink that people drink. It's an alcoholic beverage, tomato sauce, blah blah. Oh no,
Tomato
Clamato
juice.
sauce. Oh, yeah, tomato, not tomato. Did I say tomato sauce? Yeah. That would be kind of gross. Actually, maybe it would be good. Anyway, this is a poppy Caesar, so it's popcorn flavored. No, Caesar flavored popcorn.
Popcorn infused. What does it say on the box?
Caesar cocktail with celery salt rim spice.
Infused.
Infused.
I have a tequila one here.
Oh,
and
really? Cool.
And a pop the champagne one.
Oh, nice. So this one says,
Does your girlfriend like champagne? I could give her this one. I feel bad.
don't feel bad. She's
Okay.
got the candle. That's good. Air popped whole grain popcorn kernels coated in a crisp tomato puree, infused with a sweet and savory take on the classic Canadian cocktail, finished with a blend of celery salt and peppery rim spice.
Can you open your gift first?
Okay. All right.
Sorry,
Everybody-
Vicky, he gets distracted.
Yeah, Regine
And
keeps
it's
me
a
on
small
track.
gift, okay?
All right.
Don't
To
expect
Scott
anything.
from Regine. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god! Just kidding.
It's gonna something gonna jump out at me.
Yeah.
Okay. We have. Oh, that's fancy. We have some red tinsel with some green paper.
That's all you got.
We're going in. Ooh, what do we got here? Da 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 da. Mandalorian playing cards, ladies and gentlemen. These are great, Regine. Thank you.
You're welcome. I saw it at Winners. You know when you're about to check out and then they have like all those random things there that catch your eye?
Yes,
That's
they
what I
put
got
those
there.
there strategically, Regine.
They're like, oh, you forgot Scott. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Are you
That's a
into Mandalorian, Vicky?
I've never heard of it.
Are you into Star Wars at all?
No.
So then,
Oh,
yeah,
thank
I don't
goodness,
think the
I'm not the only
Mandalorian.
one.
Yeah, the Mandalorian would not be interesting to you then. It's a Disney Plus show based on the Star Wars universe.
Did you know
Takes
Baby Yoda?
place-
I know Baby Yoda. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's from The
That's all.
Mandalorian. Baby Yoda is from The Mandalorian. Yeah. He's yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at these cards because I'm guessing the cards are all customized and stuff, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It said Mandalorian playing cards.
So that's the back of the cards, right? And then the cards themselves, look, the Joker is the Mandalorian himself. And then you got like each card, like there's the Ace of Spades, is that guy riding the, I can't remember what that thing's called. Larg?
You call yourself a fan.
There's the robot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, thanks, Regine. It's a lovely present. Thank you.
No problem.
Do you guys have any like Christmas traditions you guys do every year? Like I know, dinner is a pretty popular thing for people to do, but do you guys, is there anything like, are there movies you always watch or things you always do? Do you guys have anything like that? Becky? Yeah.
Well, we usually, like, before the pandemic, we would have like a big dinner and then we would do like some games. And we would mostly just like play games and like there was this one game that was really fun that we used to do. It's like someone wraps a present with so much wrapping paper and like you go through like every person. I don't know how to explain it that well, but that was a really fun game and I miss like gathering with all the family and just like doing those games.
Awesome.
No,
That
was a great game.
So
Yeah.
you wrap it in multiple layers, and does each person like take off a layer?
Yeah, and whoever takes like the last layer off
layer.
gets the present.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that.
I've done that once with a group of friends, but we all had oven mitts on to make it harder to open the gift.
Yeah, we did that too.
And they used like saran wrap or painter's tape, whatever they had lying around, essentially, to make it harder for you to open the gift.
That's fun. We usually do a Secret Santa, so everybody, all the cousins, anybody who wants to be in on it, it's usually the cousins and aunts and uncles, some of them get in, but it's mostly the cousins thing. We each buy a gift. We have like an amount that we can, and then we do a whole system where, so all the presents are in the middle, and I think we draw names, and then one person gets to pick a present, and then they open it, and then the next person who opens, they get to either keep the gift they just opened, or they get to steal a gift from somebody else and swap to that person. Yeah. And so then by the end, there's this whole like thing about who gets what, and it's a lot of fun. And it's sad even talking about it. I'm like, man, I want to do that stuff again. There was a stretch where we really thought we were gonna, like, we were planning, because my entire family is fully vaxxed, so we were all like, yeah, let's do this. And then Omicron came in and just said, now. Yeah. So we'll get back there. I mean, I guess what could happen is like if I ate Pez, if the virus ends up being like more transmissible but very, very mild, if it keeps evolving that way, then I guess eventually it'll kind of go away on its own. Like, people won't be concerned about it anymore. So I guess that could be what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We will see. I'm going to make myself, I forgot, I have everything planned out. I'm going to make myself an eggnog because it is.
You didn't even try the popcorn.
Oh yeah, the popcorn. Okay, let's do the popcorn.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Regina.
I forgot what I was going to say.
So I had to pull that to open it.
Did you know that company started as a small business and then expanded? Yeah, it's Canadian.
Poppy Caesar. Okay, let's see. So this is Caesar flavored popcorn that I'm about to have for the first time.
Like, I have Pop the Champagne. It's champagne infused white chocolate. Ooh, how is it?
Ooh. You know what? It's nice. It's nice. It's not
Ooh.
It's subtle. It's
Does
subtle.
it taste like a Caesar?
I wouldn't say it tastes like a Caesar. What I taste is a bit of spice. So like when I first bite it,
It's like the rim on a Caesar.
yeah, so first bite,
Okay.
it just tastes almost like a little bit sweet. And then as you chew it, it gets to the back of your throat. You feel the spice and a bit of the pepper and a bit of the saltiness. And it's honestly, it's a very pleasant, and even now I feel like a bit of the burn.
Oh, you know what we should do when we go back to in person? I could order the whole pack again because there's like 6 of them, and then we can do a blind taste test.
Why don't you taste one? Are you gonna open one right now?
No, because these are gifts for people.
You're not getting a gift. I'm eating it now.
I kind of want to keep one for myself, but I don't know which one I want to keep.
You know what?
Do
This
I
is
wanna
really
keep
good.
the champagne one, or do I want to keep the tequila and salt one?
I don't know. I don't know what those would taste like.
So the
Would it taste like
tequila one
tequila?
is pop the salt and tequila, infused caramel with lemon salt. Where the champagne one is champagne infused white chocolate popcorn.
Well, white chocolate popcorn. That sounds nice.
Anyways, Vicky's minor, so let's not talk about that.
Well, I don't think there's booze in these. I think it's just popcorn.
We'll find
It's
out.
fine.
Keep eating.
However, something I do want to ask you about, Vicky, though, you have recently come out with some Christmas music. So
Yeah.
tell us about your new songs.
Well, I'll start with The Star to Guide Me Home.
Sure.
It wasn't written by me. It was written by, sorry, it was written by Michael Hansen and Alan Frew, who is original part of Glass Tiger Band. But when Michael first showed me the song, I was about 12 years old, and just something about the melody and the lyrics like stood out to me. And I just envisioned doing like a ballad song, like one that I could see like going into a Disney movie or on Netflix or something, you know? Yeah, and I just fell in love with the song overall. It's just an amazing song.
So is it a Christmas song, or is it?
It's, well, kind of and kind of not.
Okay. It's one of those
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Well, we've got it queued up here, and it is indeed a lovely song. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy A Star to Guide Me Home by Vickie Ray.
How can I find the love I thought it passed me by? Please help me try, You will be the sun that guides me.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at jmckenziehomes@gmail.com. Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East, Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. And we have a fantastic deal worked out with them, don't we, Regine?
Yes, we do. If you go in and let them know that Scott and Regine sent you, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right, 15% off, 15%. Jerry at Jewelry Forever is an absolute artist. If you have a vision for something custom that you would like made, he is the man to make it. But they also have a beautiful selection of goods that are already made and ready for your purchase. And mention the show, 15% off, 15%. Get a great deal. And
it's
find out
Boxing
more.
Day.
It's Boxing Day, people. Get out there. Exactly. There you go. Find out more at jewelryforever.ca. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. We do this show live every week, ladies and gentlemen. And we do the ads live as well, which means you can personalize the ads week to week. Do you have an event or a sale or something happening at a particular time, a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a new connection with a potential new audience. Get in touch, radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back. Hello. If you're just tuning in, we are here with singer-songwriter Vickie Ray, and we just listened to her rendition of A Star to Guide Me Home. And really nice. Sounds great.
Thank you.
You know what? I can really see the kind of Disney ballad
Yeah.
feel. Thing is, you really have the voice for it. Like you've
Thank you.
got that sound. Yeah, I could really see you doing one of those songs.
Thank you.
So you were
Perhaps.
introduced to this song at 12. And
Yeah.
what was it at 12 years old where you're like, yes, I want to do this song?
I just, like I said before, like I love like the melody and like the words of the song. It's very sad and emotional, and that's the type of style that I like, kind of. And yeah, I just love the tone of the music, and it's just amazing. It's just an amazing song overall.
Nice.
Yeah, it's powerful. Well, you did a very good job with it.
Thank you.
And in fact, where can people, if people want to hear that song, where can they find it?
You can find it on all platforms. You can go to my Instagram, Vickie Ray Official, VICKYRAI Official, and it'll be link in my bio.
Perfect.
There you go. Find it there, people. A Star to Guide Me Home. So we talked a little bit about Christmas traditions. Do you guys have any? Vickie? Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
I like the Grinch and Home Alone.
Yes.
And I
Yes,
like
girl.
I like Santa Paws, but like that's really
Oh.
a sad Christmas movie. I feel like, so I only watched it like 2 times, but it's such a good movie. I just can't watch it because I'm gonna cry.
Hmm.
I find it's okay to watch some sad stuff. You know, I find Christmas, it's like it's very joyous, but
Mhm.
it's also a time to sort of, there's like a slight, I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like there's like this, you kind of especially as the years go on and you start to see like, well, like Regine even mentioned, how you start to notice as the years go on, you see certain people aren't there anymore, and you kind of just, it's like, it's very happy, but I think it also almost makes you want to appreciate more who you have there. You know what I mean? It makes you think about anyway, that's where I find I get more pensive about these things. So I find a little bit of sad stuff at Christmas is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even heard of I was gonna say I've never even heard of Santa Paws.
It's a really good movie, though. It's a really good movie. I think it's on Netflix. I think, or it might be on Disney Plus. I'm not sure.
Is it about? Is it dog related?
Yeah.
Well, Scott, it's Santa Paws.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured. But, so it's a sad one about a dog, eh? Okay. Well, I mean, I can take some guesses about what it might be about. But Regine, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I think I have to go with Vicky. The Grinch is always a favorite in this household. Frozen, if you would consider Frozen Christmas. I mean, it's winter. It's a winter movie. Snow. But we talked about it on the show before, and hands down, I don't know if it is a holiday movie or not, but The Sound of Music to me just is. I don't know. Actually, I can watch The Sound of Music any time of the year.
The hills are on. I don't know if that is that a Christmas movie?
But it's always on during the holidays, so it's so hard to tell whether it's a holiday movie or just an everyday movie.
Are there any scenes? Are there any scenes in that movie that are actually specifically at Christmas? No, right?
No.
You don't have any. Because I'm trying to think. Like, I know they perform in the concert.
That's not Christmas.
And then the guy comes out and is like, "They're gone," but I don't think that's during Christmas, right? It's not.
No, but okay. So I saw this. I posted it. I reshared it on Instagram, and it was really interesting. And I want your take on it, Vicky.
Okay.
While Scott makes himself a drink, eggnog to be exact, for those who are wondering.
As I sit here with a bottle of rum, I'm just like,
yeah.
Anyway,
with his Caesar infused popcorn. Okay, so all those Hallmark movies, right? How it's usually like this independent woman who starts off the movie and then comes home and falls in love. Right?
Yeah.
Like every Hallmark movie, that's how it is.
Yeah.
But what I saw, and it was actually posted by Caroline, who was just on our show, Caroline Frolic. It was, what if you were to reverse the Hallmark movies? So you have a girl who was in a relationship, they end up breaking up, she finds herself in the city as an independent woman. Wouldn't that be so much better?
That would.
Right?
That would, because you don't need someone by your side to
So it's not I was thinking you were going to say reverse it as in so it's a man who works at a magazine in the city and then goes to a small town and finds the girl who never left the town and is a lumberjack.
No, you start from end to beginning.
So the story is that
storyline.
So it's a girl who breaks up with the guy in the town and then goes and gets a high paying job in the city. I mean, yeah,
exactly.
Could be good.
It's 2022.
Sure. Yeah.
Scott's like, no, the man needs to.
Well, no, when you first said what if it was the opposite, I was thinking, but you're saying the storyline is what changes, not the characterization.
Imagine if they did it that way. How many people would actually watch it?
I think a lot of people would watch it.
Who watches Hallmark movies?
I watch it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people watch them. When I go to my parents' place, my mom's pretty much got those movies on because it must be the Hallmark Channel, who just basically through the holidays they just got those movies on all the time, and that's just on the TV all day, every day.
So when we had Brittany on the show, was your mom fangirling? Like, I know her, I've seen her.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because she has been. Yeah, that's right. Probably. I mean, hey, even I've been in one. So there you go.
Oh, sorry, Scott. You'd be broken up with.
It's a big deal. No, I was just one of the assistants of the boss, one of the bosses. Anyways,
you were like a medical assistant.
That was a different one. That's okay. That's right. I've been in two of them. That's right. I forgot about that. No, in the Christmas one, I had an accent.
What kind of accent?
Probably French.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, my line, I only had one line. My line was, I'm going on coffee run. You want anything? I'm going on coffee run. You want anything?
And they casted you for that?
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? Like, they never expressly told me that my character has an accent. I just kind of, like, I knew that it was set in London. In the thing, the girl goes and, like, swaps houses with this guy in London, so she's living in London. And then, I can't remember if, like, I was reading the script. I read the script over and I somehow concluded, I was like, yeah, I feel like this guy, he's not from London. He's from somewhere else. And I didn't say anything to the director, didn't say anything to anybody. And I was just like, I'm just going to do an accent. And I figured, you know, if they don't want me to do the accent, then after we do this take, they'll be like,
You're gone.
what are you, they'll just be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right. But so I did it and they didn't say anything either way. They were just like, okay, cut. Thanks. It's like, okay.
Maybe they thought that's how you talk.
Maybe. I mean, that's more funny. I never even thought of that because I don't know if I had any like long conversations with any of them. Anyway, it's in the movie like that, and I like
What's
it.
your favorite Christmas movie then, Scott?
My favorite
Minus
Christmas
the one
movie.
you were in.
It's got to be that one. I mean, I love that one. I got that on repeat. Just that scene though. I'm going on coffee run. No, my favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life.
I've
love
never
that.
heard of it.
It's a Wonderful Life is it's a classic that came out in the 40s, 1946, I want to say, but I could be wrong. It's a
That's why you
beautiful
haven't heard
film.
of it.
Yeah, it's old, but they usually play it like a few times through the holidays. But I love it. In fact, well, I've told the story a few times now, but I've only disliked one video on YouTube ever. I don't know if you do a lot of disliking videos, Vicky. Probably not. Yes, no,
No.
sometimes. Well, I usually don't. Like, I find if I see a video I don't like, I usually just click away, right?
Yeah.
But there was one day particularly where it was Christmas time and I watched It's a Wonderful Life. And It's a Wonderful Life, there are two scenes in the movie that always bring like a little tear to my eye, you know, just because of like what happens. One of them is the ending, and like, it's not sad tears. They're like joyful tears. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's like, it's a wonderful life, you know? And so I finished the movie and like, I was feeling particularly like, you know,
Fuzzy.
emotionally, particularly emotional after watching the movie, you know?
Mhm.
And like, as you do sometimes after watching the movie, I decided, I'll jump on YouTube. Maybe I'll watch some like people talking about It's a Wonderful Life just to see. And I watched this guy's take on the video, on the movie, and it was like, why It's a Wonderful Life is actually not a happy movie or something like that, like his take on it. And I think I was so like, I felt like he didn't understand the movie at all. Like, he was so off. And maybe because I just watched it and I like the tears were still in my eyes. I was just like, you don't get it. And I hit dislike on his video.
Good for you, Scott.
I had to take a stand. I had to take a stand, Regine.
Good.
But yeah, what do you say, Regine?
I was gonna ask Vicky. So you're also a fan of the Grinch, but there's 3 different versions of the Grinch, right? Like, there's the original cartoon version of it.
Yeah.
There's the Jim Carrey version, and then there's the most recent animated version of it. Out of the 3, which one are your favorites?
I like the Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is the best.
Yes. You can't replace
can't-
that
yeah,
one. No.
I know.
Yeah,
Scott, which
especially
one's your fave?
I mean, the original cartoon is very classic, but it's also really short. Like, it's not
It's not a full-on production.
yeah. Although, if I was to choose which one I was going to watch, like if right now I was like, Scott, you have to go watch The Grinch, pick the one, I would probably pick the animated one. But I really do like Jim Carrey's version as well. I haven't seen the latest one, but I've got to think, again,
Me
it's the same
neither.
problem. No, you haven't seen it? Yeah.
No.
Because I've got to think, like, anytime you have somebody play a role and really make it their own, anytime you're going to follow up to that, like the actor who's going to be following that up is really going to have a hard time. right? Like we talked about
Yeah.
that with the Aladdin live action, right? And I was like, I like Will Smith a lot. Like I've liked Will Smith in everything Will Smith does, more or
You
less.
didn't like him as a Judy.
No, I didn't like him as a genie. Well, it's not even like I think he could have been fine, but it just felt like he was just doing kind of like a sad karaoke version. 'Cause, like, I mean, the songs were created for Robin Williams. The part was literally written with Robin Williams in mind, and he did something so unique with it. And I think in order for it to work, they needed to go in a completely different direction, but they didn't. He's kind of doing, it's basically just a not as good version, you know? So, and I think Jim Carrey's another one of those actors. He's so unique in what he does that for somebody else to come in next and like, okay, I'm going to do it now. It's like, good luck.
Yeah, like they have this whole like Grinchmas thing in the States. I think it's in California. I could be wrong, but I saw that main character who plays the Grinch on the Kelly Clarkson show the other day, and you're right, it's not the same.
The main character from the new one?
Like no, like in Grinchmas, like their theme park.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't even know.
And
that
I think
was a
they
thing.
were trying to be more like the Jim Carrey version of the Grinch, but you can't.
Yeah.
No, you could try.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's some roles where it's just like, just leave it alone. In general, I
Vicky-
think. Oh yeah, go ahead,
Go
Regine.
I was gonna say, Vicky, you're here talking about Christmas music, and we also wanted to know, besides your renditions and your covers, what is your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song, maybe Santa Tell Me or All I Want for Christmas Is You.
By who?
By
Which version?
well, Santa Tell Me is by Ariana, and All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
To like the originals.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, well, that's another
I
one.
also-
it's the best one. Yeah.
yeah, but I also love my song that I put out not too long ago called Born on Christmas Day. It's a really good song.
Well, you know what? Speaking of Born on Christmas Day, we might just have that one queued up and ready to go. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Of course. Well, for this song, it was just like a simple idea that me and my dad came up with, like writing a Christmas song, like because Christmas was around the corner, and I just started fooling around with the melody on the piano, like with some chords, and it progressed into a beautiful piano melody. And from there, my dad gave me some ideas, and the lyrics just started flowing. And yeah, I wrote this song in just a few hours, and it meant a lot of things and made no sense, most of it. So I had to like change it a little bit. And a few weeks later, I sat down on the piano and like I rewrote some of the lyrics, and it made a lot more sense. And I showed my producer Michael, and when I met up with him, I asked him to listen to the song and asked if he could work on it and release it by Christmas. And he heard the song and he fell in love with it and the melody, and said it was brilliant, and how I composed it and wrote this song with so much meaning. And he rewrote one of the lyrics, adding more instruments like violin, bell, cymbals, harp, bass, etc.
The whole nine yards.
And we then recorded my vocals and released it on YouTube on December 14th. Sorry, and yeah,
Just in time.
just in
Awesome.
time.
All right, well, everybody, please enjoy from Vickie Ray, Born on Christmas Day.
There was an angel in the Christmas snow. Well, everything I thought was right, but I didn't know. When I was young, I always dreamed about Santa Claus with his reindeers on his way. jump and shout my love. Love and giving joy is more than anything anyone would want. Watching all the friends and family thinking that the angels may appear. Oh yeah, 'cause someone was born on Christmas Day that year. Jesus died on the cross for us, saving all our sins. Now that some things we discuss, praying every day for a lifetime change, saying that I don't want anything in exchange. Years went by and I got older, and now I know what hate's about. Over and over with all the presents, it makes me jump and shout my love. Love and giving joy is more than anything anyone would want. Watching all the friends and family thinking that the angels may appear. 'Cause someone was born on Christmas Day that year. Love and giving joy is more than anything anyone would want. Watching all the friends and family thinking that the angels may appear. 'Cause someone was born on Christmas Day that
And that was Born on Christmas Day by Vickie Ray. Lovely song.
What a rhyme.
Thank
Well
you.
done. And another very, very powerful vocal performance
Thank you.
from you. Yeah, I really
what-
like your. Oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say I
No,
really
go
like
ahead.
your voice, Vickie.
Thank you.
I first really heard it on the when we did the Canada's. We were both in the Canada's Top Choice Give Back fundraising concert, and your performance on the "It's a Wonderful World" version, like because I had to mix that song, I was like, oh, you got
Yeah.
a really really strong voice. So great
you.
job. And now, yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say, Regine?
I was going to ask her, so the new year is just around the corner, and I'm sure you've been working on some fun projects. So what can we look forward to with you next year?
Well, I have a deck of songs that I've written over the years that I would like to polish up and release. I'll release them in 2022 onwards, and I hope to record an EP of my most meaningful music for the world to hear. So that's very exciting.
Have you always been into music? Because you were saying your dad helped you with one of your
Yeah,
songs.
my mom and my dad and like their family were like always into music, like way before I was born. Yeah, they would always sing, so my family has always been into music, and then I started singing like ever since I was 2. So
Nice.
Cool. So you come from a very very musical family.
I do.
Is the EP gonna be? Are there songs that you've already written and you're kind of gonna compile them, or are there new ones? coming?
Yeah. Well, I'll maybe write some new ones, but I think most of them are just going to be the songs that I wrote before and like just polishing them up and just putting them out.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I think, especially nowadays, a lot of, because I don't know, once upon a time, I guess you put out the whole album or whatever, but now it a lot of times, because of the structure of streaming and how it works, it makes a lot more sense to just put out singles, and then once you have enough singles, or ones that you like, then you can compile them, right, and make that into your. So
Yeah.
cool. So you're planning that for 2022?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Sounds good. All right. Everybody, make sure you follow her on Instagram at Vickie Ray Official. Link is in the description to make sure you get the latest updates with what she's doing. Hey, good morning. Mike Brown, my dad, is here. Good morning. Good song. Have a great show. Merry Christmas. Thanks, Dad. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Brown.
Did you guys hear? I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently Toronto is planning to ban robots from our sidewalks. You guys hear about this?
No.
Have you guys? The robots are not very advanced, but if you're ever walking around downtown, you might see this little pink. It basically looks like a remote control car. It's the big pink remote control car.
I've heard that. I've heard of that.
Yeah. So what they're being used for is
Delivery.
Yeah, deliveries, food deliveries.
I
and stuff.
actually know one of the the creator or co-owner or whatever you want to call it of that company. So.
Oh, so he's got to be annoyed then.
I've heard about the concept and his ideas for this robot for like we used to be neighbors, so we grew up together. So I've heard all the different concepts, and then to see it come to life literally on the streets, it's very, for me, being his friend and knowing the effort that he put into it, it makes me sad to know that Toronto is banning them because he worked really hard on it, and I think it's a great concept.
Yeah, exactly. My issue with it is I think it feels short-sighted. So basically the argument is, so you've got, right at the moment they look like pink remote control cars, like larger than average, like remote control cars. Mm-hmm. And they, so you might be walking along and you'll see one drive by you wherever. And I actually think the way they are right now, I don't think they're not like autonomous in that they're like there's a person driving it. So like when you order it, I think the way it must work is you hire the company or whatever businesses uses the company, and then they have drivers on standby who are basically like driving a remote control car remotely to its location.
Mm-hmm.
But the argument that's being made by people on city council or whoever's advocating for it is that they pose a potential hazard to specifically people with like disabilities who are on the sidewalk.
They're not racing anyone.
That's the thing. And my issue with what they're saying is like, so their rule is they want to ban any and all robots. I can't remember the exact language is. Like, let me see if I can find it. The exact language they use. It was like banning all certain things from city sidewalks. But again, the thing for me that feels kind of short-sighted because, like, how is a robot on the sidewalk any more in the way than another person on the sidewalk, right? Like a person walking, and like you got to think like, I don't know, in the future, like eventually these robots will be more advanced. Like some of them are gonna like look like people. Or at the very least they'll have like, they'll look like a Terminator maybe, like they'll have like two but like what are you gonna do? Like so, and obviously these things will also be able to walk around things, right? Like if I'm walking down the street and say somebody in a wheelchair is coming towards me, like it's very easy for me to step out of the way or whatever, or go around. And so you've got to think that they can develop robots that can do that too. So I don't know, it feels for me a little bit short-sighted. Let me see here.
But if you think about it while you're looking for it, it's like we're in the midst of a pandemic. You don't want people going near each other and contactless pickup. There you go. A robot delivering your stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely think that part of the pandemic, helped with exactly because there was more of a need for that, right? So let me see. In a motion that came as news to many, organizations and local politicians are asking that delivery robots and other types of sidewalk-bound AI be banned from the city due to them being potentially problematic for people with disabilities. They can provide a tripping hazard or a physical obstacle. Groups like Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act Alliance argue, calling tools like the Jeffrey, which is this type of robot, a substantial and worrisome new disability barrier, impeding people with disabilities in their safe use of public sidewalks. So is it because they're low to the ground? So what if they just built one that was taller? Like, what if they built one that was people-sized?
Then they're going to complain that there's robots roaming the city. It's going to become a Marvel movie.
But the thing is, don't you feel like that's where we're going? Like eventually that's going to be something that people have. Like, what if I imagine one day you're going to be able to have a robot that goes in your house and you're going to be able to send it to the store to get something for you. Right? And you can imagine somebody, say you're an elderly person who maybe you can't get up and walk all the way to the store, but you can send your little robot to go get it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. But now Toronto is banning all of them. For me, it feels short-sighted. Do you guys have any thoughts on this?
I gave my thoughts. Vicky, what are your thoughts?
I have no thoughts. I just think it's dumb. It shouldn't be banned, you know? Like,
well,
Scott,
there you have it.
You have a point. Like, you have a point. Like, when they're elderly and they can't go out, like, the robot can get it for them. So you have a point. So I don't know why they would ban it.
Yeah, I mean, like, because that's the thing. Like, for example, the robots that are there now, like, that's probably the role that they're filling, right? Like, they are delivery machines. So they are already delivering something that either a person wasn't able to go get themselves or just didn't want to, one or the other. But the point is, that's what they're doing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could almost be on board if they were banning, like, people from playing with their remote control cars on the sidewalk. Like, that's probably not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, it's like drones, right? You need to have a license in order to fly a drone.
yes,
So
You do?
I think in certain places, yeah. If you want to fly a drone in, I think like in the city, I think, because I guess it could be dangerous if you're like going around buildings and stuff. I think you just have to get like a certificate or a license to be able to do it legally. I know that's the case for actually no, you know what I think it is? I think it's drones of a certain size. I think that's where they have it.
there you go.
Because I know I was looking into for filming and stuff, because you know they do a lot of drone stuff with cameras on them, and I was kind of just looking into it just to see like could that be something, and I would either have to get the license to do it or get a drone that's super small, or then I would just have to hire, like you can hire somebody who's a professional drone flyer and they'll fly it for you.
Just get your license.
Maybe I might at some point. I mean, I don't have a drone at the moment, so it's not a big deal, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand where they're coming from with it, but it just feels like maybe it'll be something that they're doing it now because it's not really a common thing. But like I feel like that's going to have to be a rule that they change, right? Because like stuff like this will always start in places like San Francisco or even Waterloo. Actually, that's a tech hub. So like suddenly like places in, you know, a more technologically advanced place will start to use them. And suddenly City of Toronto will have to be like, okay, well, we better change the rules because, wow, these things are actually helping a lot of people. I don't know. Science fiction.
Keep the Jeffrey on the road or on the sidewalks, please.
Yep. Exactly.
Jeffrey.
Keep the Jeffrey on the road. Okay, we got about 10 minutes left in the show. So we've talked about Christmas movies. We talked about Christmas music. Vicky, do you have favorite Christmas food?
Ooh.
Well, not really. I like I like everything that like the family brings over and stuff for Christmas. So
what is your typical for your family? What is your typical Christmas dinner? What are the things you've got?
Well, since we're Portuguese, we have like Portuguese food, like Portuguese rice, potatoes, chicken.
I'm coming over.
Yeah, it's really good. And like we usually have like some dessert. I don't remember because like it was like 2 years ago, so like I'm not really like sure anymore.
Yeah.
But we had like some dessert. I can't remember which ones. But yeah.
I love
Delicious.
Portuguese food.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody, depending on what your individual cultures will be, what your typical Christmas dinner will be a little different depending where you go, right? That
Yeah.
sounds really good. What is yours, Regine? Do you have a favorite food?
Well, just like you said, every family, every household is different when it comes to traditional meals, right? Like one side of my family will do turkey and mashed potatoes and all the fixings, and then you get the other side of my family that goes traditionally Filipino. So you have Filipino food. You have rice and the lechon and all that fun stuff. So I'm not big on turkey. So I guess I would go more towards the Filipino cuisine of everything. I just like anything eggnog. Like I love eggnog. I love gingerbread. I love all these Christmas. I know I forgot to bring my eggnog out. I just love Christmas. So, and I love food. So they both go hand in hand. What about you, Scott?
My favorite, I mean, one thing that I've realized is, so we always have Christmas dinner it's always with my dad's side of the family. So it's the Caucasian side. So our Christmas dinner is the fairly, I don't know, I guess the basic one. You got turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce and carrots. My favorite part of all of that would have to be the stuffing. I love stuffing.
Stuffing's really good.
Yeah, stuffing is
I'm not a turkey person, but I will go for the stuffing.
Well, you know what I thought? I actually think the turkey is almost the least. I mean, it's important that it's there, but for me, I think the turkey is really made tasty by everything else you have with it. Like me personally, I like
gravy.
to have, like every scoop on my fork, I want to have a bit of everything on it. So I'll make sure there's like some mashed potatoes and some turkey and some stuffing and everything
But
on
aren't you
every
vegetarian now?
Yeah, well, that's the thing now, like in the last couple of years. So now basically I'll eat everything except the turkey and the ham. I'll skip the ham and I'll skip the turkey. But I'll eat the stuffing. Yeah.
You won't cheat just a little bit?
No, but again, it's like the turkey for me is like at the bottom of the barrel. Like I find I'm fine having everything else. Like I think the mashed potatoes are way better than turkey, especially when there's lots of butter. Tastes good. But yeah, my favorite would have to be stuffing. Would have to be stuffing. So
do you ever do a Filipino Christmas?
Oh yeah, no. So I was gonna say, my mom's side of the family, they live much further apart. So like on my dad's side, everybody is within maybe 2 hours. One cousin is now in Ottawa, but he'll drive back. But everyone else is basically driving distance, usually within an hour or two. So we always were able to meet up. You know, like some are in Guelph, some are in Barrie, some are, you know, so it's not too far. On my mom's side, though, we only have one aunt who lives nearby, and everyone else is really far, like across the U.S., spread across. We got some in California, we got some in Texas, So I don't know if we've ever had like a sit-down Christmas dinner with my entire mom's side of the family. So we don't really have. I've never really had like a Filipino Christmas dinner. I've never had one before. So
we should do that.
I'll have to come to yours one year, Regine. I'll crash the party. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That happened yesterday, but okay.
Next year, maybe. Pandemic free. I'm hoping, you know what? We were saying this all last year, but I think it'll be done next year.
I hope so.
I hope so, but I'm not sure.
I hope so. You know, like next year I'm getting married, so I don't want to be a pandemic bride.
Yeah. What I think, my prediction, I'm going to make a prediction. My prediction is that the strains will mutate to a point where, well, either two things will happen. One, it'll mutate to the point how Omicron is, where it'll continue to be something where it basically just becomes like a cold. Okay. And so the risk will go down. Whereas like, okay, so if you get it, you're going to have a bit of a cold and then you're going to keep going. I think that'll happen, and it'll just sort of run through the population, and then it'll just kind of fizzle out that way. I think that's probably what's going to happen, because it seems to be what's going to happen. Because a lot of these viruses, they want to, you know, the virus is trying to live, right? Mm-hmm. And what I've heard is like the virus that kills the host is actually not what a virus wants, because if a virus has a lot of bad effects and kills the person who gets it, then it's much harder for the virus to move on to another person, right? Because when somebody gets really sick, people stay away from that person, and then that person dies so that person can't spread it. So really the ideal
rude.
Yeah, but the ideal virus is one that is able to go into a person and then not make them so sick that they'll still that they still want them to go out into the world and spread it to everyone, because the virus wants to go everywhere. It wants to live. So it actually makes sense that that's the direction it would evolve. So my hope is that it mutates to that regard. That'll either happen, or they'll develop a vaccine that's, you know, more targeted towards Omicron, and then maybe it's kind of like the flu shot.
I
Like you're just
think
gonna
I think the booster shot is for the Omicron, or however you say it.
Yeah, Omicron. That's right. It's
Omicron, yeah.
well, the booster it's the same vaccine as we got as before. Like it's not a different one.
But I think it's like it's a, you know, a boost for the new variant.
Yeah, it's still effective against Omicron, but they're saying that they don't think it's as effective because it's apparently Omicron is like, so like the Delta, for example, was like 2 mutations away from like Alpha. So it's like there were 2 mutations. Omicron is something like 32 mutations away. So it's just because the vaccine was developed for more like Alpha, and Omicron is so much further away. So it's not as effective, but it does help. Yes, it definitely helps.
Yeah, I heard that if you have Pfizer or like something other than Moderna, you can get the new variant more easier, and then if you have the Moderna, you like it's hard for you to get it. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Well, I hope that's right.
True. I don't know if it's true, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a few things. Like I've heard some people say that if you have different vaccines, you might be more protected because they're different. So I guess the idea is because it's mutating and you don't know what you're getting, or like how the virus is changing, a more varied vaccine that you have might help.
A cocktail.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing is all over the place, but either way, I think by next Christmas, this thing will be a sad memory.
Christmas.
Well, I'm just saying, like, because we're Christmas now.
Let's say June, because my wedding's in July.
Okay, July. I actually do think, I think they'll get a handle on it, because, like, even now, if what they're saying is true with Omicron, how it's like not quite as dangerous. Again, I feel like it's too soon. Like, it's only been like a week since we've started to see this, but I think as we get more data, they'll be able to confirm these things. Anyways, I hope so. We're about to wrap up. Vickie, one more time, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Vickie Ray Official, VICKYRAI Official, and you can also find me on YouTube under Vickie Ray.
Fantastic. Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on my YouTube channel for the Pageant Sit Down. We are going back live next year. The link is in the description, so make sure you subscribe and watch Scott's interview. Yes, Scott is on the Pageant Sit Down. You guys can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I'm going to say, it's Regine Alaina. And if you like to continue following my pageant journey, we are going to Texas in August. So follow Mrs. Galaxy Southern Canada 2022 on Instagram and Facebook. Where can people find you, Scott?
You can find me right here where you're watching this very video, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. You get all the videos here on YouTube. You get the vlogs, you get the music, you get the unboxing videos, everything. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Scott Dion Brown, but YouTube is the best place. Subscribe, hit that like button if you haven't yet. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Hit the like button on this video, by the way, and make sure you follow Vickie. She has a fantastic voice. Undoubtedly, you're going to want to get your hands on her brand new EP coming out in 2022. Vickie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes, and have fun Boxing Day shopping.
That's right. Enjoy your Boxing Day, everybody. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you all next week for our New Year's special.
Sure.
Our New Year's.
It is now. It is now.
Because it's going to be It's going to be in January. I mean, it'll be our first episode of 2022 anyway.
There you go. We'll see you all in 2022. Stay safe. Enjoy your day and enjoy your eggnog, Scott. See you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.